everyone, how are you? I thought I'd make another video today because I haven't in almost a week, I think, maybe a little more. Who knows? But I actually had someone comment on my last video saying they wanted to know how I keep the attitude I do, which I guess is cheery. I don't know. I try to keep a very upbeat attitude about just about everything because I've learned through my life that if you have a sour attitude, if you look at all the bad things that are going on and just stay completely depressed and upset and just constantly angry, you do nothing but put yourself further behind. You just get more and more trouble for yourself. And so, what I've done over the years is just try to look at things positively. My kitty over there is wheezing. She's so sick. But anyways, um, I've just I just try to keep a positive attitude about things all the time because I know it could be worse. I know that if I just expect everything to be awful and not to improve, that it will become worse and it won't improve because I definitely believe in self-fulfilling prophecy because if you expect things to go badly, you're subconsciously just going to sabotage yourself. So that's how I try to keep a bit of a upbeat attitude about things, even when they're pretty crappy. um, and I'm definitely being put to the test about this now, especially. Oh my goodness, there's so much stuff going on. Um, well, I'll just let you know what happened today. um, I'm in college. I'm a college student, and this is my third year. Sorry, I didn't like the way it was sitting like that. This is my third year in college, and this is my fifth semester because it's the fall right now, and I should graduate at the end of the semester with my associate's degree. I've transferred colleges and stuff, so things have been added over weird. Some things didn't count, and that's why it's taken me so long to get as far as I have. And I applied for graduation a while ago, and by the end of the semester, I should have all the credits I need. Well, I got my paper today telling me whether or not I was approved for graduation, and it turns out I was not approved. I was denied graduation because apparently one of my credits, one of, oh, not one of my credits, so three of my credits, one class, apparently isn't working for whatever reason. It was a psychology class that I took that I was told by the advisors would count as my social science elective and that it would fulfill my requirements. But the school is saying that since it's just a roundabout psychology elective, which it wasn't, it was an actual class, but when I transferred over here, they didn't have an equivalent, so they just put it in the system as a psychology elective. But they said since it just says psychology elective, they aren't approving it because, for all they know, it's a duplicate. I took one of the classes here at this school twice, and or took a class here that I took at my other school. I don't completely understand it, but for that reason, they declined me. So now I have to jump through hoops and try to figure out what to do to get that overruled because for the college that I just got into, I just got accepted into university, which is great, except I need to have my associate's degree. Because if I don't have my associate's degree, then when I transfer over there, all the prereqs that I've done here at TNCC won't transfer over. And so I'll have to take a whole nother crap ton of classes that I've already taken. And I'm frustrated. I am so incredibly frustrated because I've already talked to advisors. I've talked to multiple advisors at this school that said everything I have is fine, everything will work. So I'm trying to keep my head up. It'll be okay because I know that I've done things right. I've been told by multiple people that I've done things right. I'm just assuming that maybe I didn't fill out a form. And so I called the enrollment office and explained, well, kind of explained, because I got a voicemail. I always get voicemails, and I never get calls back. So that's just what happens with me. Um, but I called and I left a message explaining the situation and asking for them to get back with me so I could try to figure this out. And I'm really, really hoping that there's just some kind of form I need to fill out, and I can fill it out. Maybe even get my transcript from my old school, get that sent up so they know that they just didn't have this course, and it's not a repeat class, I promise. Oh, so that's that. Um, but yeah, see, I have my annoying things that happen, and it's a test. They're all tests from Allah. They just really are, and I look at it that way. Everything that's frustrating, everything that's upsetting, everything that just really burns your muffin, that is a test from Allah. And you can't win those tests, you can't pass those tests by just being a brat about things and just complaining and whining the whole time. You've got to keep a positive attitude. You've got to work to see what you can do to take care of the situation yourself and put things in the right way, in the right order, I guess. I don't know. I don't know exactly what I was trying to say there. But if you just complain and have a bad attitude all the time, then you're not going to think clearly enough to figure out how to solve the problem at hand. Um, Another thing that's going on lately, and I'll warn you guys now, brothers, if you're watching, you might want to go. You just might not want to be here anymore because I'm going to talk about some girly stuff. um, Sisters, you're more than welcome to stay. Just so you know, this might be, I don't know, too much information, TMI. I don't know. But I'll talk about it anyways because this is my vlog. Mine. And this is for me to rant and me to talk and everything else. So that's what I'm going to do. My husband and I are trying to conceive. We're trying to get pregnant with our first child, which we're really excited about. Except we found out that I have an infertility issue. I don't ovulate. My husband has to go get some tests done too, just to make sure that there's nothing on his end also. Because if they just fix what's on my end of the problem and turns out he has a problem too, we're just not going to get very far. So they're covering all the bases. But I have a fertility issue where I don't ovulate very often, and it's really frustrating. It's so frustrating when you want a baby so badly, so incredibly badly, and you've done everything right. You got married, you waited until finances were good, you didn't get pregnant right away. We waited 2.5 years since we got married, and we've done all the research and we're ready. We are completely ready to have a child, and we can't get pregnant. But it's frustrating because it seems like everywhere I look, there are teen mothers or people who didn't want a baby, had no intentions of getting pregnant, slept with someone, boom, there they go. Or, just, I don't know. It's just like there's all these women out there that want nothing to do with a baby, who abuse their children, or just everything. Or who, those horrible people who kill their children, hurt their children, just everything. Or just have no intentions of having children at all. And it seems like they ovulate like a slot machine. And they're just constantly getting pregnant. And they have babies all the time. And it just doesn't seem fair that they're doing everything in the wrong order. And I've done everything I can to do this correctly, and I just can't get pregnant. So that's one of my struggles. And I go through tests all the time. I'm constantly getting blood drawn. I'm constantly taking hormones. I'm constantly just everything. So I always feel sick. I'm always tired. I the pills give me horrible acne, mood swings, hot flashes, nausea, just like you name it. All these things that I shouldn't have to deal with until I'm pregnant. And I'm just getting them all now. And hello, kitty. And then it just seems like nothing ever happens. Like I'm taking Clomid, which is a fertility drug, and it's supposed to make you ovulate. And I took it and I tested to see if I ovulated over the month, and I hadn't, which was really depressing. So now they're giving me stronger hormones, and they're doing another test now where, if any of you have gone for a womanly exam, they're going to do basically the same thing, except instead of swabbing for the pap smear, they're going to put a catheter into my uterus and they're going to shoot dye into it. Yay. But what this dye is supposed to do is it's when they shoot it, they're hoping to see that it shoots out of my fallopian tubes. Because if it doesn't shoot out of my fallopian tubes, then it means I have a blockage somewhere, which would be one of the reasons why I'm having trouble. Because if my tubes are blocked, then an egg can't get in there and you obviously can't get pregnant. Um, but this is going to be this big whole x-ray thing, and apparently I'm going to have some really severe cramping and pain afterwards, which is just exciting and I'm so happy about. And it's just constantly one thing after another. It's like I just can't win here. So I look at this as another test from Allah. See if I can keep my patience, because oh, Lord knows I need to be patient. Um, I know that everything will happen at its own time. I know that Allah knows when He wants things to happen, and that if it's not happening right now, there's a reason. And if I can't get pregnant for whatever reason, there's a reason. Allah knows best, and that's just what I constantly have to remind myself of. Allah knows what He's doing. He knows what He's doing. He knows what He's doing. He's giving all these other women babies for a reason. There is a reason. And if I can't get pregnant, there's a reason. It's taking us so long because there's a reason. And so, how can I be angry and discouraged and depressed when I know that Allah is in control, that Allah knows what He's doing, and that there's a reason? Allah just doesn't do things at random. Everything has a purpose. So that is how I keep myself positive. That's how I try to keep just chipper and try to smile. Because it could always be worse. Because in the end, Allah knows what He's doing, and everything will work out the way it's supposed to. So that's that. There's a quick update, and I guess that's it. Oh, I did my speech last week. It's not, someone else recorded it for me and they weren't able to send it to me. So it's on another YouTube page, so I'll post the link in the down bar and on my page. I'll post it in a couple different places. That way people can find it and see it if they want. Just so you know, it was a really bad speech. It was my first time ever doing a speech, and I was nervous, and that's not good. Okay, well, I've been rambling for a really long time now, so I will talk to you all later. I love you guys. Bye.